Oh. Oh.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Problematic Podcast. I hope everyone had a fantastic Labor Day break. I'm your friendly neighborhood co-host, Rita, with my friendly neighborhood co-host, Whitney. Whitney,
Hi, everybody.
how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fantastic. I have no complaints. I've got
Amen.
really great things to share
Yeah, you
on
do.
this podcast today.
Yeah, you do.
I don't even have people to yell at. I'm sure you're gonna give me some people to yell at, but
Just only a few. It's a very short list, thank
I,
God.
I don't even have a bunch of people to yell at. So that's good. I had a good holiday break. I'm sure you
Amen.
had a good holiday break.
Um,
Uh,
mm,
I saw that your husband was on a trip and you was flying solo with the mommy duty. I actually
mhm.
want to hear about that. How couples break that down and do that. I could use some advice.
Friend, I need advice because I want to be able to be the one that's going because he's having a hot girl summer. He done been out. He done had his little knees out, just
Not his
having
knees
his
out.
knees and ankles out, elbows and arm bones out
Yes.
in the summer sun. He went on one trip to it was a conference, but they had it at this resort, and it was just like pools and like hot tubs and like all those vibes and things like that. And I was like, all right, whatever. He was gone for a week, childless, wifeless, just having a time.
Having a ball, a time.
Having a
A
time.
time was
Okay.
had.
We had a time that summer. And then had the audacity to go on a bachelor's weekend because one of his friends decided that he was going to just get married.
That's
Whatever.
important. That's important.
No, we
Settling
love Phil.
down.
Shout out to Phil and
I
Tamora.
love Phil. I've met Phil. Phil is really cool.
No, we love them people.
When I was in Whitney's wedding, I got paired up with Phil. Phil is hilarious. Phil
Phil is
kept me cracking up the
hilarious.
whole time.
Oh my gosh. And shout out to Tamora, his lovely bride to be.
Who I've seen on Facebook. She is a lovely bride to be. I
Is
was like,
lovely.
oh, go ahead.
She is lovely. Just as a human being, but also physically. Yeah, she's gorgeous. It was Phil's bachelor weekend. And so my poor husband, first of all, Negroes don't understand that you got to schedule in breaks. So they were going.
Yes.
So he got up at 3 a.m. to catch the 6 a.m. flight to fly to Mexico, to get off the plane, to go drive an hour to the place where they were going to stay. Then they like took little naps. He didn't tell me everything, obviously, but it was just like that part right there. I was exhausted for him. I was like, I need a nap hearing this story.
That's a lot.
Meanwhile, I'm here with the girl child. She said, "Hey, Mom." I said, "Yes, honey." She's like, "I'm gonna go to the zoo." I made it happen. I was like, okay, well, we're going to the little Philly zoo. I learned the fact that the zoo indeed does close.
It does.
And if you go a little too late, you won't be able to see everything. But we saw everything we needed to because it was hot.
Yes.
She is 2, and she had no nap. And so she was like, I'm going to sit here in the stroller, and any animal I can't see outside the stroller, we're going to have to come back. And I said, fine, that's fine. We'll come back. Bought her a little penguin. Wanted a penguin. She wanted a fluffy soft penguin.
That is so cute.
It was really, really cute. And then we went to the pool at my dad's house. So we had a time. So the girls had a great time, but we all got sleep.
Yes.
Everybody in my house got sleep. That Negro
you don't get a lot of sleep on Bachelor and Bachelorette weekends.
But like they were going on adventures. Like it wasn't even like Bachelor, Bachelorette like style stuff.
It's Mexico.
They were like cave diving and
yes.
He texted me. He's like, "Yeah, I saw cave bats." And we were at the zoo at the time, and I was looking at the fucking bats with Emery. I said, "Look, we're looking at bats too." It was our first time at the zoo, and so like I thought he was gonna be upset, but he wasn't upset at all. He was like, "Oh, you guys had fun."
Oh.
So we have to go back to the zoo. That's the short version of the story, but the long version of the story is the girls had a weekend too, but everybody in our house got sleep. That man came into my house, and he ain't been right all week.
Just delirious,
tired. Just taking naps. That's how I know he's either sick or he's exhausted when he takes a nap. I'm like, poor
So
baby.
I'm putting together a plan, right?
Yeah.
Hear me
Yeah.
out. And this plan involves you. I'm sorry, I'm fighting with
Why?
my cat under this microphone. So if you
Hi.
guys,
I love
we
cats.
usually have very crisp audio, but if y'all hear things being
Oh,
thrown, it's
y'all
me
know what's up at this point.
fighting this
We have
animal.
life.
I
We're
don't know
not in a
why.
damn studio, guys.
Why is she doing this to me? Just embarrassing. But anyway, um, she bit me. Ow. Okay.
Ow.
So Whitney needs to leave the house. I've said this on a couple of podcasts.
I
And
leave the house. I
also
just come back.
I need my wife to leave the house also. And when I say leave the house, I mean take a trip. I need you to go on a trip. Now, I think you told me that the Beyonce Renaissance concert is going to hit New Orleans in the end of September, right?
Indeed.
That's 3 weeks. That is more than enough time for you two to just get a ticket and go and leave.
Let me talk to Shay. Let me talk to Shay and see
Yeah,
if that's something that she's even interested in.
yeah, y'all should. Y'all should go. She should go. You should go. Everybody should go.
Because my best friend has already suggested, like, hey,
you have a best friend in New Orleans. She has a best friend in New Orleans.
Get out.
She does. She does.
So you're coming too?
No, I'm not going. Nope. It's
Why?
It's none of my business. I got my own trip to go on.
No, I thought you were talking about New Orleans because like anytime New Orleans, I
love New Orleans. Everybody who knows me knows I love New Orleans. But I think my wife needs a solo trip. She just graduated. Congratulations to Dr. Rowe.
Yes, Dr. Rowe.
I feel like she needs to go do something, and
she deserves.
I shouldn't have to fight this hard to get her to do it. And I feel like you should go do something. And no one should have to fight you this hard to just go. You want to see the concert. We're going to talk about Beyonce in a second.
Oh, no. What happened? What did she do?
Oh, nothing bad. Before we get into that, do I want to ask what you've been listening to?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
You don't?
I got a recommendation for you.
What's up?
My recommendation is Cardi B.
Oh,
Megan
Lord.
Thee Stallion.
I saw clips of the video.
On Friday, released the bop of all bops. We really could have used this song at the start of summer, but
that's fine. You know,
I see
Saucy Girl Fall. We get it,
girl. Saucy, and that's what I'm saying. That's what you and my wife need to be doing. The Saucy Girl Fall, but for Beyonce. But this song, Bongos. Okay, we all heard WAP. And I think that most of the world, it went number one. Most of the world liked WAP. It was very salacious. It gave you a little something to bounce to. I think Bongos is 10 times better than WAP. From the moment I put it on, I was literally sitting here painting. I'm about to fight this animal.
Don't fight the animal.
Don't
fight the animal. Don't fight her. Yes. So I saw the clips. It was very colorful. The clips I saw were very colorful, very beautiful, but also giving like, what is that song? It's a Beyonce song. It's very coded in that way. Dang it. What is the name of that Beyonce song that they were very, very, very Beyonce coded? But, you know, she's like one of the best, artists of our time. So I can see why things are coded for Beyonce. Golly, now I gotta look. Hold on.
Take your time. I'm sorry. My cat literally unplugged my mic for a moment. So she got thrown out. She's no longer allowed to record with us. But yeah, the song is called Bongos. And basically the gist of the song and why it's called Bongos, if you're interested in percussions or instrumentation of any sort, is there's a line alluding to beating it up like a bongo. That should just give you the premise. Mm-hmm. Now, there are some people who may be thinking, we don't need any more salacious, inappropriate music. Yeah, okay. For those out there who think that the sex bops are just a gimmick, mind your business. This is not for you. Business. I was painting and dancing to the point where I'm like, okay, I have to put my paintbrush down because I was doing lettering at the time, and I was like, if I
no, you gotta stay still. Baby Boy.
There you go.
Baby Boy. Mm-hmm.
That is a classic. That song is like 20 years old.
Very Baby Boy coded.
Why am I so old? Anyway, Cardi B and Megan got another one with Bongos. The
Mm-hmm.
girls are going to, if you like bottomless mimosa brunches,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to
These
love
are the
this
ones.
song. If you are still at a point in your life where you are taking bathroom ussies with strangers,
Yeah,
you are going to
this is the
love
one.
this song. If when you and your friends go out, there's a lot of that y'all are going to love this song. If y'all get on Uber drivers' nerves when y'all go out, if you have a three
And that's
star or
all
less
right.
Uber rating as
That's
a
all right.
passenger, this is your song. You're gonna love it. Please check it out. Whitney, if you haven't heard the whole song yet, I
Haven't
would
heard the whole
encourage you
song
to.
yet.
Once Cardi get to speaking in Spanish in that third verse, I'm like, the song just keeps getting better. Cardi give you a good intro verse, Meg come in with a good strong verse, then Cardi get to speak in the Spanglish. Oh, it's just
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it. I plan on
Mm-hmm.
playing it on repeat all week to get me through my gym sessions
You
and all of
deserve.
that genius.
You deserve.
Thank you. You
They
want
look like they're having so much fun
they
together.
do. I haven't seen the video yet, but I've been seeing the rollout and
Oh,
the photo. I trust me.
the clips are first of all, they look like I said, it's very baby boy coded, but they look beautiful. But they like when they hang out together, they be talking, and it's just
They
like
look like they have a good fucking
y'all
time
friends
together.
for real. Like
They
y'all
are.
have. I love the girls' support. I don't
I,
like all the cattiness amongst the rappers. That
it's
does not
so
only have to be
wet.
one. Y'all need to expand that. That's that white supremacy in y'all. There could be multiple.
Oh, oh,
I'm just saying.
tell them again. You're not wrong.
I'm calling it out because there's community versus competition. We don't have to compete. You could be great over there. I'll be great over here. We could be great together. Hence WAP and Bongos.
I love this song, and I'm not just saying it because I'm all girl power. I am all girl power, but WAP
A
when it first
lesbian
came
who is
out.
not all girl power.
Exactly. When WAP first came out, I was like, "Ooh, this is salacious." But I, it has its. There are certain cookouts, certain pool parties where I feel
Listen,
that song is appropriate.
this is none of
Bongos,
my
I'm gonna be
business.
playing everywhere, and I need y'all to know that.
This is none of my business. I feel like between Janelle Monáe
Oh,
and Cardi B and Megan,
oh,
they had to spread it out because if they gave us all that music at once,
exactly.
it'd be a lot of pregnant people. It'd be a lot of just messes,
You
random messes
know,
around.
Janelle Monáe is my mistress in my
I
head.
know she's not your mistress. There's nothing mysterious about that. She is your other partner,
But she's also my wife's other partner too, so it
which
makes
puts
sense.
y'all all in a relationship together. Y'all are sister wives, and I'm not playing.
It's
Ew,
just
wait. I didn't like that. I didn't like that association. I want to apologize for it.
Thank you very much. Um, Speaking of legends and girl power,
Mm-hmm.
y'all cousins really showed up for Beyonce's birthday.
Oh my God.
Y'all,
Every black glitterati,
got,
all of them.
Beyonce made one simple request. Her
Mm-hmm.
simple request was
Mm-hmm.
because she had to be performing in, I believe it was LA, on her
Mm-hmm.
actual birthday.
Mm-hmm.
She asked that everyone who attended the concert wear
Mm-hmm.
silver.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it was a big deal. I was like, oh, that's easy. Beyonce fans are going to come out and they're going to wear silver. When I saw the video clip of Rosie the O'Donnell
The O'Donnell.
asking her
Mm-hmm.
fans on a live, hey,
Mm-hmm.
guys and gals out there and non identifying folks,
Mm-hmm.
where can I get some silver? I said, oh, this is
Mm-hmm.
serious. I saw the crowd. I saw the looks. I saw every celebrity that ever celebrityed at
Every
that.
single one.
Meghan Markle was there.
With her husband. Did you see him
The
hugging and
prince,
stuff?
he
He looked
was.
all liberated and free.
Prince Harry was at the
But her
concert.
mama, we can't even talk about Megan. Her
Nope.
mama was getting
Listen,
her life.
enjoying herself. Auntie came with the energy. I was
Had both
just,
hands up. I
oh,
said, y'all all feel free.
everybody was having a good time. They was not worried about what the press was saying,
No,
the Inquirer, what King
no,
Charles had to do with it.
no.
And I just remember seeing them being like, Kate Middleton could fucking never.
Never.
A
She
nigga
could
named
never. Do you
Prince
hear me?
William could actually never.
Never. If he shakes his head too hard, all the rest of them follicles are gonna fall out. I just,
Why is he bald like that?
I feel like when you have when you have stolen so much from all these other countries, you could take one ruby from one of them continents that you like pilfered from, and because you know all them jewels are stolen, and
All of them, every last
none
one
of
of
them
them.
came from that
Y'all
dusty,
are not
crusty,
mining
wet ass
diamonds and
rock that they're
finding
from.
jewels in Europe.
No,
Not
no.
happening.
How
Not
many little
in
kids
y'all
lost
part of
their
Europe.
arms for that? No.
Exactly.
Take one of them, go down to the little doctor's office. They can put him in. I don't understand.
Plug his hair.
I don't understand. You don't your daddy got a full head. That's all that incest coming out. You know they be slipping. Queen Elizabeth was married to her cousin.
She was. Lilibet was married to her cousin.
Her cousin. That's why I was so excited when they started marrying out. I said, "Oh, good.
Oh, look, you can go find you a good suitable suitor who's not your uncle's child. That is fantastic. Good for y'all."
Hell. Anyway, everybody was having a good
Meghan Markle
was, a good time.
Was there.
Taking them little hips. I said, "Go ahead, Meg."
Kerry Washington.
Oh, beautiful.
Was there. Journey Smollett, who was like my first childhood crush, was there. Kelly Rowland.
Now, okay, where's the Donna Summer movie?
Okay, who do I have to fight to get this damn movie made?
Donna's daughter said she would give the thumbs up to it. She's like, yeah, she looked like my mama. Yeah, that's fine.
She looks just
somebody
like
write
her.
It. Somebody
please make it happen. Now we deserve a Donna Summer movie, and we deserve to have Kelly Rowland play Donna. Kelly Rowland. Somebody said Kelly Rowland is top 5 most beautiful people God ever created. And my response to that was she top 2 and not 2. She is just gorgeous. God took a little more time on her. I love her.
It's like she's such a nice person.
I know her smile,
like a kind person. Like she's like peaceful. She don't start no stuff.
She don't. And her and her husband were there having a good time. She's her sister Beyonce.
I know. Look at them.
I just really love how y'all came out and did Aunt Beyonce, cousin Beyonce, depending on how old you are. You know, to my little sister, she's Aunt Beyonce, but to us, she's cousin. She's cousin.
That's cousin.
I really appreciate how y'all came out and did what y'all needed to do for Beyonce. And the celebrities came out, including Rosie O'Donnell, and just really made it happen. Committed to the outfits. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all got silver trending now. People wearing silver everywhere. That wasn't even the metallic that people ran to, but now Beyonce has changed the landscape forever.
So I said that online. I said, if y'all want to deny Beyonce's impact, just look at how much silver shit is out. I've never seen a silver cowboy boot in all my days.
Never.
Every girl has them. Every girl has a silver pair of cowboy boots. I saw a Coach bag.
Oh,
it's a mirror Coach bag. Everything is in chrome and silver now. I was like, oh. So Beyonce? When she comes out with the next part of when she comes out with Act 2, and it's a country album, this is me.
I see what you're doing here.
Because at the end, if you look at the art, it's like she goes into the whatever the disco
pop. She's
everything's silvery and stuff like that. And then you see her leave, and she's got a cowboy hat on, and the light that's coming in is very gold. I was like, this is giving. What is it? The Wiz when they were at the Emerald City.
Gold.
Yeah.
You got to be seen green. Yes. A bop.
Would be caught dead.
Really?
Yes.
You get it.
He's going to give us a country album. I'm waiting. I think that's deserve.
I'm here for it.
Next part. Well, it makes sense. She's from Texas,
but rodeo culture.
She's going to sweep. She's going to sweep the floor with this damn country album.
I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate that. You know, I feel like a lot of our legendary performers hit a certain age, and then we start to age them out. And Beyonce is a pop star in her 40s, and that's almost unheard
40
of.
and 2.
Yeah. And for her to still be celebrated, for her to still be able to change and give us something new. She gave us a dance and, like you said, disco album, and we ate it up. So,
and she still ain't give you all the visuals because you are the visuals.
She hasn't given us the visuals.
No, and she's not going to.
And she's not going to. She
She's
don't
not
have
going
to.
to.
She said,
I have a feeling that we might give visuals at the end of the tour simply because like we've been on this tour for so long.
Yes.
And then we had Renaissance for over a year. And then we'll get the visuals, which will continue the
It'll be like an era.
Yeah.
A Renaissance era. And like
Yeah.
like a Renaissance is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I feel like she's gonna tap into a bunch of different genres we're not used to because she tapped into dance with this one. This was a dance album. I feel like she's gonna get into country. I don't know what the next ones are, but I'm gonna let her.
I'll take a jazz album, Beyonce. I will take it.
That voice over jazz.
I Can you
imagine?
I
might surprise the girls who keep calling her Illuminati with a gospel album.
Oh my God. Oh, listen, if we're gonna get a gospel album, I need it to be a Destiny's Child gospel album. Okay. I hear tell that they've been tweaking the website. I don't know how true that is. I haven't tested the veracity of those claims, but I am
big words.
I am
Shut up. I love that. I'm a fan of being around smart people. You said veracity, and I said, yes.
I am Destiny's Child's biggest fan, and I'll argue with anybody about it. So
you love a girl group.
I love a girl group. I love a girl sitcom. My favorite sitcoms are 227, The Golden Girls, Designing Women, and
Living Single.
Yep. Yeah, that's me. I'm girl power all the way.
One day we're gonna have a conversation about how Living Single was the code for multiple shows.
It was
because I found two. The Obvious is Friends, but the Nanny.
Yes, same.
Who also drew inspiration from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as well. We have to.
We set the culture. We'll get into.
We're gonna have to talk about that another time.
I'm going to pivot real quick. We're sliding. Yes, we're sliding away from Beyonce.
Why?
Because I need to quickly touch on something before you get into your problematic people. Because there's
not many.
That's fine. I have a problematic system.
Let's hear it.
I don't ever want to be incarcerated. I don't ever want to go to jail. I don't ever want to be arrested. I don't want to have more than a 14-second interaction with police. But if I have to be all of these things, let me not say me. If y'all have to be any of these things, I really hope and pray that y'all are incarcerated in Pennsylvania. If you do have, because why is everybody escaping Pennsylvania prisons? What is happening? There is a man, if you have not heard this story, hold on to your seats. There is a man who was being held in a Chester County, Pennsylvania correction facility who had been convicted of murder. Emphasis on convicted, meaning he was alleged to be a murderer. Then he was formally accused and faced charges on murder. And then a jury of his peers convicted him of murder. This man is a murderer. He's been convicted. He was at a detention facility waiting, I guess, to be sent to his state facility so that he could serve his sentence. He managed to shimmy his ass up a wall, because there's a video now. Literally just using his hands and feet.
It looks Spider-Man like a joke. Style. I was like, is this serious?
It does look like a joke. And it would be a fucking joke if this man had not actually just not escaped. A convicted murderer escaped from prison using nothing more than his hands and his feet, Spider-Man style, to scale a wall, hide out, and then I guess get over a fence. And I think the crazier part is this man is still within 10 miles of the facility he escaped from. Last I heard, he's living in Longwood Gardens, which, if you're not from Philadelphia, you may not know. It is a very large, vast
swath of land.
It's a swath of land. It's like a forest / garden. He's just living in it and living off the land. Now, this Longwood Gardens is a place that a lot of people tour in. In the summer, they do flower shows. In the spring, they do flower shows. In the winter, they do like a light show.
It's beautiful.
You drive through it. Think of a safari, but for plants. He's living there. They have not caught this man yet. And
we learned an interesting historical fact.
Oh, let's hear it.
that there's parts of the Underground Railroad underneath Longwood Gardens, and this is how
Oh,
we found out.
Jesus,
Said,
fix it all.
what? Like
This is
actual underground, underground.
underground,
And
underground,
I'm like,
underground
we joked and said it was an underground railroad and said like, oh, it was just like a system of stops and stuff like that. But there's portions,
that are actually underground.
and I found this out on TikTok, so I still have to verify this. But this man is freaking out because he lives near Longwood Gardens,
Yes.
and like they had to like cancel schools
Yes, they
and
have
stuff like
closed
that.
schools. They have
Mm-hmm.
closed the park, which generates a lot of revenue from the area because, again,
Yeah,
there's always something going on at
it's
Longwood
beautiful.
Gardens. And I say all of this to say this is the fourth escapee since the summer started in Pennsylvania.
Lord.
Now, I don't know much about prison breaks outside of movies, but I think four is a fucking lot for a summer. Am I tripping? I feel like people should
No.
not be getting out of prison that often, that fast,
No.
with that much consistency, especially people who aren't. I don't want to question this young man's intelligence, but I will say that this was not a very high tech escape.
No.
He literally used his hands and feet, and he's living in a
Strength.
park. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like he has resources like a
Mm-mm.
phone. He doesn't appear to be going anywhere. They keep catching him on camera in the park, just
Yeah.
walking up. He looked like
He's just
Bigfoot.
literally hanging out,
He looks
enjoying the
like
rose garden. So excited just to be here.
Pennsylvania. I need you to do better because this is getting embarrassing. He's a convicted murderer, not an accused murderer.
Mm.
A convicted murderer, just
Yeah, two
living off the
times.
land.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I don't know. Do better, Pennsylvania.
Probably eating the vegetables y'all are growing. It's all kinds of stuff happening. What? You gotta be healthy.
You
Gotta
do.
maintain that strength.
I mean, if you're gonna get out of prison, you should probably be trying to live the best life you can be. This is your second chance
Mm-hmm.
for as long as you are out.
Mm-hmm.
Whitney,
Yeah.
my dearest friend Whitney.
Yeah.
I'm done my rant. I'm actually excited for your problematic people.
Oh, I'm keeping it short, but it's
Okay.
not like because I thought I was gonna talk about this tabby stealer.
A tabby stealer.
The tabby stealer, girl, you didn't hear about the tabby stealer.
I'm out of the loop.
All right, I'm gonna keep it short. Young woman
Oh boy.
locks eyes with this man as they're passing each other downtown. Nothing comes of it. He messages her on Tinder, said, "Hey, did I see you downtown?" They
Oh.
start interacting. They go out for drinks. Nothing comes of it. They go out on another date. They end up sleeping together at her place. She wakes up, goes to brush her teeth. He's getting his clothes on. She's like, "All right, you can
You
we
can
did
leave
what we need
now.
to do here." He starts asking her, like they've been talking about these tabby shoes. Now, it's a traditional Japanese shoe. It's actually a sock in like I forget the name of it's like a sandal, but I forget the actual name
I
of it.
know
There's a
exactly
name of
what
it.
you're talking about.
That's it. The sock
I
is
thought we
called
were
the
talking
tabby.
about a cat at first, and I'm like, if
Girl,
this motherfucker stole a
we've had
cat,
enough
go ahead.
cats.
We've had
We've
enough.
had enough cats on this show already. But they talked about it because she has a shoe rack with only 5 shoes on it. And I was like, is it me? Am I not
No,
minimalist enough? Only
no.
5 pairs of shoes on it. Expensive ass shoes on it, but 5 pairs. At least the ones that are out. There could be more in the closet. I don't know. He starts talking about the boots because he said he wants the boots. I guess he works in fashion or whatever. The artsy people are above me. I'm just pithy, wearing my Kennergy t-shirt and just minding my business. Um, so he said, "Hey, I want to show you this really great Spotify playlist, but I don't have my phone. Can I see your phone? I'll pull it up. I think you'll like it." She's like, "All right, well, hurry up, like get out." He can't find the playlist, and she's like, "All right, get out." So he leaves. She's playing on her computer. She just happened to look over her shoe rack. And it's not the boots that are missing, but she has these tabby Mary Janes. This man stole her Mary Janes.
Shoes.
And so she was like, maybe I misplaced them. Let me just text him to see. She goes to message him on the app. He is unmatched with her.
He said, baby, you blocked. Got going, did the dash.
She goes to the call log. And while he was looking for the Spotify playlist, he had deleted the call because we don't remember numbers, child. So she makes this video. She said, "I just want my shoes back. My dad bought me those shoes for my birthday. I want my shoes back." And so there was an update that she got the shoes back because people saw the picture because she was warning the New York girlies, "Hey, watch out for this man." People saw the picture, was like, "Oh my gosh, I know him. Oh my gosh, I know him. Like, I know, I'm his sister. Like, here's his contact information and stuff like that." And so she puts up another video to talk about it, and he's like, "You gotta take these videos down. Like, this is
No.
not okay. Like, all right, like you can't find your shoes. You just lost your shoes. I'll just give you $500. I'll just give you $1,000." She's like, "Innocent people don't offer money for crimes they
No.
don't commit."
They sure don't.
So he's like, "I don't know what you want from me. Like, I didn't do it. Like, what are you
My
talking about?"
shoes, bitch.
Here's another kicker. You ready for this twist?
I'm
Old
not.
boy has a girlfriend.
Oh, no, he fucking didn't.
She pulls up the girlfriend's Instagram. The girlfriend is posing wearing her shoes.
Not my
Wearing
fucking shoes.
her shoes. He took her Mary Jane's and gave it to his girlfriend.
You raggedy, fashion conscious bastard. Not you knowing I got good taste and sleeping with me at my house and then stealing my merch and giving it to your dusty ass girlfriend.
Ma'am.
Oh boy.
Ma'am. So then she just takes the picture and texts it to him. And he's like, all right, you got me.
Yeah.
Here, we can meet up and get your shoes. And so he's like laughing. He thinks like the whole thing is like a joke. She gets her shoes back and like he's like, all right, you're gonna take these videos down, right? And
electric
like,
chair. No.
I'm not taking them down. But like, even if she did, it's been shared so many times because it's gone super viral because this story is just a crazy ass story. Yeah, the tabby stealer, TABI, tabby stealer. Mm-hmm.
I hope this man loses his job over this, like, and his girlfriend. You already out. You're not only are you sleeping with other women.
People blamed her.
And that might be cool. You know, your relationship, my premarital counselor, shout out to Pastor Taylor.
Hi, Pastor
said
Taylor.
To me, how you conduct your marriage is how you conduct your marriage. And I think the same is true for relationships. If that's what's comfortable in your relationship, God bless and keep you. However, what
not
you won't do,
not in my African American home. Are you crazy?
In my Black Jesus praising abode. No.
Absolutely not.
How's it ever? If that's okay, fine. Don't bring me no other woman's shoes to wear. I just feel like there's a Black woman superstition surrounded by shoes. Me wearing another bitch's shoes that is. My grandfather used to say, you never wear dead man's shoes. I feel like you never wear a new bitch
a jump off shoes. No. I'm sorry. Is that rude? That was rude.
That's what she was. I mean, she might not have intended for it to be that way, but
people blamed her. People were acting like it was her fault. Like, oh, your dad is now finding out that you are like a slut. And she was like, I don't understand. Like, I just wanted to get a nut off. Like, he wanted to get a nut off. Like,
maybe my dad already knew I was a slut.
What if
How about that?
He doesn't find out at all? Mind your business. Who cares what my dad thinks? Like, he stole from this woman's house and gave it to his girlfriend.
My dad loved me enough to buy me the shoes. That bitch didn't love his girl enough to buy her the shoes.
Even though he allegedly had the money to do so. Like, and these shoes are expensive. These are Mason Margiela, like tabby shoes. They were like $1,000.
You know,
wild. First of all, I'm not spending no money to have my feet look like a hoof, but that's just my business. I'm not a goat. But
even if you did,
even if I did,
to not have your shoes stolen.
The fashion girlies are way above me. Like, I promise you, like they're getting their life right now for Fashion Week, but no, girl.
Not me. I will throw on some chucks with anything, a dress, a suit, whatever is required, and just keep it pushing. But you know
what? I'm gonna keep it right there. I think that's a good problematic thing because we don't ever laugh at the problematic stuff, and I think that particular story is very funny. And like, nobody got hurt. Like the story I actually wanted to talk about. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got injured. Everybody got their property back, and we all learned a lesson. Don't trust fashion niggas from New York.
Right. Because they steal your shoes and give them to their other bitch or their baby moms. That
coming to your house, giving you these expensive ass shoes, no box, no tissue paper, no bag, no like.
Where did these shoes come from? Yeah. So many questions. It's just so many things. I think now is a great time to take a break, and we'll be right back after these messages again, begging y'all for letters and all of your things
and responding.
We always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you have a problematic question or story, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 267-225-4648. Again, that's 267-225-4648. Standard messaging rates apply. We love to hear from you. Now let's get into today's problematic letters. And we're back, and we have one more problematic person before we get into the problematic letter, which is a really good one today. It's a little serious, but it's good.
Oh, we've been so unserious.
I think it's a good balance. I think it's a great balance.
So unserious. We were just having a blast. I'm gonna keep that same energy going. Folks, have you heard of the random man from Atlanta?
No, who is this man?
So the random man from Atlanta. There's this young creator. Her name is Morgan. She's delightful. I enjoy her content. I'm gonna shout out Morgan like to the clouds. Like every Morgan I meet, I like. And so this particular one I really, really like. She's a young woman. The first video I saw of her, she was struggling to get out of a car.
Okay.
She was going to work. It looked like she was dropping off her daughter at her infant daughter, like maybe like 6-7 months old. You know, when they have the fat thighs. You know the chunky.
I do.
You know the baby with the chunky thighs. I love them chunky thighs. That's when like the milk has come in and they start to fill out in them cheeks and they don't have no neck. It's
adorable. It's like the little Michelin Man babies.
She's in love with chubby baby. Oh my god. Anyway, I always loved kids, and then I went and had one, and now it's gotten exponentially worse.
It's gotten worse.
It's embarrassing now because like I see my child in every other child, and I'm like, oh, you're amazing.
Oh,
child acting up, cutting up. But like, don't just love and attention.
They're just small. It's fine.
The small ones, I'm good with. The big ones, when you get to like off the clock, no,
thank you.
That's y'all's problem over there. Anyway, so she's there with her adorable daughter, but she's got like 18 bags. She's got her computer bag, she's got her purse, she's got the baby bag, she's got like her milk supply bag and stuff like that. And she's like trying to like get her life together. She said, being a young mom is not cute. Like essentially, she's like, being a young mom is not cute. It's not. She's like, I'm hot. I'm sweaty. I'm not sure if this is milk leaking or boob sweat. She was like, I know. She's like, I got 18 bags. I got this baby from a random man in Atlanta. This is a
random man in Atlanta. I cannot. I think I do know the story, and I'm so excited for you to touch on it. Go ahead.
We're the Problematic Podcast. Why are we talking about this stuff?
No, we absolutely should be talking about this. Let's go. Let's do it.
So the video goes viral and her account starts blowing up and people are just like watching these videos of her talking about like, essentially she's self-trolling.
Yes.
And it's funny to all of us, but it's also like a good PSA. Like, here's the things that you go through when you're a young mom. And she also had a C-section. So I was like, relatable, sis. They unzip me too. So that's what they did. They just
say, oh God.
I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to scare you.
It's terrifying.
Oh goodness. Someone showed me a video, not the exact thing, just like with felt examples of how much they actually have to cut and why things are a little yeah.
Pass.
Okay, hard pass. So her videos start to blow up. People start asking more questions about the random man in Atlanta. She's not actually giving like a whole lot of details, but her videos are blowing up, and she's like, her account is becoming like a really fun place for people to like come and hang out and like, talk about these things that bother moms.
Mm-hmm.
So as her videos start to blow up, this man pushed out this video, and someone online said this man talks like he has pickles under his tongue. And if you watch the video,
he does.
You hear it.
He does.
Like he sounds like he comes from the TI school of like speaking.
Yes.
Yeah. So he starts talking and he said, Morgan is a liar and this, that, and the third. And I help my child and I see my child. And yeah, I know I left her like 30 days after her C-section, which
dear God.
There are pits of hell. I couldn't walk right. I had leg edema for like 3 weeks after. Like my legs were so swollen and I could feel the water in them. After that C-section, you have so many drugs just draining through you. It's a lot that goes on with your body. And so yeah, he left her at her mother's house, like at her parents' house. You know, her dad lives there too.
Mhm.
And he went back to Atlanta, I guess, to sow more seeds. Come to find, so he's like bashing her, and I guess he's trying to like make this like a redemption thing when she never says his name. She never
He
even
put
like
himself out there.
he did. Turns out that this man has stolen from her. Like he took her Cash App card. This man was sleeping around on her. So while they were supposed to be together and while they were prepping for this baby, he also had a baby that was coming, like another baby that was
Oh
coming.
no.
Come to find out,
Not Irish
he's
twins.
not even the second or third person on his list. She's like number 7 or 8.
Oh dear God.
There's people who were like pre-Morgan random man from Atlanta who's like, yeah, he comes around like on their birthday to say like happy birthday to the kids, but he don't spend no time. And like that was another thing that he was like saying in his video. He was like, because I was with Morgan, I couldn't be spending time with my other children. Sir,
Bitch, what? I'm
sir,
sorry, sir.
you mean the
Excuse
30
me?
days that you were with her post her giving birth? That time? Are you kidding me?
Niggas
How
are
many more kids?
unbelievable. Audacity
Unbelievable.
is on sale, BOGO.
So now that he's come out and been aggressive, Morgan's like, cool, I got you. Then she starts getting DMs.
Oh God.
She starts getting DMs from random women. She starts getting DMs from random women who have dealt with this man, who have children. And they're like, hey, our kids are essentially sisters. Like, we could put together this makeshift family from this nonsense. And so now I think she's talked to everybody except for the current girlfriend that, like, he has.
Oh, she'll jump on the train soon. Just
Oh,
give it time.
just wait.
She'll be there.
And it's like he has kids that are like as old as like 8
Oh,
children,
God.
but all of the women that he's been involved with like have been 19, 20, and 21.
Oh, this nigga's a predator.
He's like,
Okay.
yeah, thank you. He's
Okay.
like
He's a
over
predator.
30 at this point. Like Morgan herself, I think she might be like 20, 21. She's like
Oh my God.
young,
Baby.
real young. Um, and you can tell she just loves that girl. Like she loves her daughter down. She don't want nothing to do with this man. And the fact that he keeps showing up and keeps saying stuff and keep trying. He did a montage of all his children together and had the audacity to include a picture of him and Morgan in the damn hospital. And I'm like, sir, when was the last time you talked to her?
You out here
She won't
building a
let me call
Jackson
my baby.
family in 8 different homes.
Okay. She won't let me call my baby. You call a 7-month-old?
I don't. I mean, I wouldn't, but you know, he's
You
an idiot, so he might.
you call a 10-year-old.
Right.
You call even a 6-year-old. You call no 7-month-old. They don't know what a phone is. What is wrong with you?
Nor do they want to talk to you or know how to talk to you or have anything to say to your dusty ass.
So random man in Atlanta. I'm still someone done made a chart. Like,
oh God.
because Morgan thought that she was like number 5, and then 2 more people came. It's like, no. And it's like all different, like he don't have no type except for young. That's all he wants is young. But
barely legal.
Okay, literally barely legal. Which is a gross concept in and of itself. And then someone made a point, an excellent point. Like these are just the women that got pregnant.
Yes, exactly.
There could be others out there that have like had.
Oh, I assure you, there are.
And they got pregnant.
100%.
So
let me just say quickly.
Take your time, baby.
You women, especially straight women. I was
gonna say straight women.
This is a message specifically for straight women. Y'all have got to be the strongest, most resilient, most mentally put together creatures God has ever created. Because as a woman who's never dated a man, if I dealt with a tiny fraction of the shit I've heard y'all deal with, finding out I'm woman number 8 when I thought, I would have been mentally devastated being woman number 3. That would have just sent me to find the nearest intersection to play in. But you being number 8, straight women, I keep y'all
Mm-mm.
lifted in prayer because
Thank you.
every week somebody is stealing y'all shoes,
Mm-mm.
leaving you with a baby, you fraudulently finding out that you are married to a man that also has 6 other wives all at the same
Savior
time.
God.
I just,
Savior God.
being a
And
lesbian
good
has
ones. And
being
even
a
the good ones are like, if I trip over these damn shoes one more time,
yeah, keep tripping over the shoes because you could be wife 11 and not know it.
I will keep tripping
Because
over the
there's 3 more
shoes.
wives in
Nah,
Tennessee,
he ain't
2
even
in
got the time.
Nebraska. This nigga is AWOL from the military, got 2
Lord,
warrants. It's all sorts of things.
done ruined your credit. Like, that's enough.
I say all of this to say that I gotta keep y'all lifted in prayer because every time I turn around, I'm getting a problematic story.
Mm-mm.
I'm talking to my friends. I'm seeing something on TikTok, and
Mm-mm.
I'm just like, how do you even keep looking for love in this drainage sewer pipe of nonsense? It's all kind of crazy, but
It's really wild.
I'm keeping y'all lifted in prayer. We're gonna get into this problematic letter, and I've been trying to skip around and
Mm-hmm.
not pick one that deals with relationships because I feel like y'all
We're turning
sometimes,
into a relationship show.
and I don't want to be that show. So I thought this one was
No.
pretty good, but I don't know if we have a lot of advice to give. But I need a young lady who is 27. Um, and give me a best friend's name. I'm assuming the best friend is a woman. I think she refers to her as a she.
Millicent and Marjorie.
Okay, Millicent is the person who wrote it, and Marjorie, it could do better.
Okay.
Millicent wrote, I started a small pop-up bakery with my best friend of over 15 years, and it's been really pricey. We split most of the work for our pop-up events, but I pay for all of the paperwork, filings, vendor fees, and licensing. Sometimes she pays me out of our profits, sometimes she doesn't. I want to create a written agreement and present it to her that makes us split things 50-50. So do you have any advice?
What's wrong with doing what you think you're doing?
I
Supposed to do?
I
First
boom.
of all, you said that was your friend.
This is your friend. This is
Damn
your
it. Why do
friend.
we keep getting these badass friend letters? Like, all right. We're
I have a
gonna
theory, but
go
go.
ahead. I
I'm gonna
want to hear
let
your
you. No,
theory.
no, no, no. So my quick theory, my
Don't make
quick
it quick. I want to hear
no,
the theory.
my quick theory on friendships and relationships is there's just a general lack of transparency, like we said about financing. Finances are making dating hard, but nobody's being honest about what their true financial situation is. I think in reality, we live in this social media area where we think we're being transparent because we think we're putting out all of the best aspects of us.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, people aren't being real with people, and social media gives them another tool to not be real with people,
Mm-hmm.
and is leading to a lot of conflict in
Mm-hmm.
friendships, in relationships, just just human interaction in general. That's my like overarching macro theory. But you're right. We do keep getting letters about friends just
We
not being
do.
people. And
Yeah. Why are
it,
y'all not being nice to y'all friends?
I don't know. For Millicent, I will say starting a business is expensive. I've recently accidentally started a business.
Accidental?
It accidentally. I paint, and somehow painting became a small business. And let me tell you something, it is expensive. It's not easy to do. It's very time consuming. And sometimes it makes me go, how did I get here? When you choose to do that endeavor with someone else, I think you would think it will make it twice as hard. It actually probably makes it 10 times harder. So if you want to run your business like a business, shout out to my friend Dewan, who always says, run it like a business, get paid like a business. That's his motto. If you want your business to be successful for you and your business partner, you absolutely need written agreements. Chat GPT is really, really great with helping you find the verbiage that you want to put into your agreement. If you want to go seek you can use LegalZoom. There's all sorts of documents on the internet right now, but there are so many tools to make sure that you're including everything that you need to include in these business agreements. I understand this is your friend, but sometimes there's no room for friendships in business. If you feel like you are not being paid properly, or you are spending more money and you are not breaking down the profits in the same way, that is the very first thing you need to address. Hey, girl, I think we should do the profit splits like we do the event split. So if I put up 100% for ingredients, for baked goods, then I get the profits.
I don't
If
understand why that's
I,
not understood. If you put up the money, you deserve to be paid back the money.
I think what it comes down to again is the conversation we should be having is, why aren't you paying it? Is it because you don't have it? And if it's because you don't have it, then we're willing to take it off the back end. But the conversation isn't happening. You want to look like a business, look like a successful business. And I think pop-up bakeries are a brilliant idea. I
I
love
love it.
the
I would
concept.
listen. I would patronize a pop-up bakery right now. Actually, like,
I think
give
they
me a
are
Danish.
I think they are fantastic, but I
Mm-hmm.
also know when you're creating something to sell to people,
Mm-hmm.
not just a service, but ingredients cost money.
Okay.
The time it takes to bake these things costs money.
Yes.
When you vend at an event,
Mm-hmm.
you pay to be
Mm-hmm.
there. You pay for the table, you pay for the space,
All that.
all of those things. So again, for each event, you may be spending $300-$400 to sell your baked goods, and maybe you're making, if you're fortunate and doing well, thousands of dollars in profits, but you still got to have that money up front.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not being paid back on the back end, I definitely think having a written agreement on how you guys are going to split things up is a great idea. And you could just present it as the girl, we've been real successful. I think we need to take this a little more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And by seriously, I mean drawing up an agreement. It doesn't have to be anything nasty or mean, or there doesn't have to be a conflict. It's just, I
Uh-huh.
want us to be better at business, so here's how we're going to break down these profits,
Yeah.
because it ain't,
Yeah.
it's not fair.
That's completely not fair. I feel like you're being taken advantage of under the guise of friendship. And I feel like, I don't know. If I if I call myself your friend, we are going to do things fairly because you're my friend, because I value our friendship. I don't think that we value our friendships.
Right.
I feel like we treat people like they're light bulbs, like they're replaceable as soon as they're not beneficial to me or
Right.
convenient for me. And that's not true. Some of the best friends that you can have are people that'll just stick with you from your low moments to your high moments. And I don't understand why this wasn't just understood. Like, hey, if you're contributing the most, then you should get the most. Like,
Right.
but also put that agreement in place. There's this adage that says you shouldn't start businesses with friends. I'm not of that belief.
I'm
I
not
believe
either.
that if things are very clear and if the communication is clear, then things expectations will be clear. Um, and so this is your time, your season, your duty as a good friend who wants to maintain this relationship, but also as a business owner who deserves your coins and your dollars too.
Right.
Um, to make things very, very clear. And if Marjorie has a problem with it, then you can have this pop-up bakery by yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Mhm.
And
Since
another
you're doing
thing is,
everything else by yourself anyway. I'm sorry.
no.
I'm sorry.
And and I think so. I had this. I've been sitting on this letter since before Labor Day, and I
Mm-hmm.
was actually discussing it with a friend of mine. And of course, friends always give you an enlightened point of view on the back end,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the, well, what if Millicent is putting more money up, but Marjorie is doing more of the baking or doing more of the work,
Mm.
and that's possible.
That is very possible.
Write it down.
Write it down.
That's the I don't care if the agreement is in a text message or in a
Right.
group chat. People have to be, again, valuing friendships means being able to take accountability.
Right.
If there's a document and if there's something recorded,
Right.
then you can be accountable to, not only to yourselves, but to each other. I feel like we say this every other episode. Why aren't you having the hard conversation yet?
Why?
I
Why
think
aren't
it's
you
a
having?
I think a written agreement is a great idea. I think the reason why you wrote into this podcast, if we're being
Yeah,
very honest, is because you're afraid to have the conversation. Not necessarily because you need advice, but you're a little hesitant about having the conversation because you
right,
think it's going to rock the boat.
right.
It could rock the boat.
Rock that boat.
It
Shit.
could make your business better. Because let me tell
It
you
can make
something.
your friendship better.
Y'all are not going to be a successful
No.
brand and business without hard conversations. If
Yeah.
y'all aren't arguing at least twice a quarter,
Listen.
are you even in business?
Right. Right. There's got
So,
to be disagreements because we all think about things differently.
right. So,
Expect
yeah.
that. Why do y'all keep acting not Marjorie and Millicent, but just like in general? Why do y'all keep thinking that your friendships are supposed to be like girls' night out and like
Right.
let's go get mimosas for Sunday brunch
Where's the
and
adversity? Where's the
I'm gonna share your like I'm gonna trade you your purse and we can share purses and things like that. Like friendships are like our relationships. They
They are.
require work and they will only work if you work them.
Y'all don't be willing to work them according to some of these letters.
Yeah.
It's really I won't call it weird because I'm sure this is something that is sincere and dear to her. But yeah, write the document. I have a question that is related to this.
What's up?
Do you have an NDA?
Do I have an NDA?
Yeah, do you
No.
have an
Why do I
NDA?
need one?
You're a celebrity. I was
I'm
wondering.
not a celebrity.
Okay,
God
stop.
damn it.
Let's not dispute your
Look,
celebrity
look what you're
status.
doing. You're making that thing pop out of my head. We're
the
like,
the the fans of this podcast already agree that you're a
nope.
celebrity. Okay, so
Got it.
let's just assume, let's make pretend that you're a
Let's
celebrity.
make pretend.
That you're a celebrity because you are. You do brand deals.
Yes.
You have business engagements. I was wondering, I'm guessing the answer is no. Or are you not allowed to tell me? Do
If I
you
have
have
an NDA,
yes.
I would tell you if I had an NDA. Why are you asking?
I wonder if you have
I
an NDA.
need one.
I think all celebrities have one at this
I
point, and even
don't.
okay, hear me out. Don't get caught up on the minutia.
The minutia.
Yes, I feel like all people who have a significant internet presence. How about
Oh
that?
my
Is that
god.
better?
But there's like I don't have anything to like. Oh, you know what? Let me talk to Legal Eagle and also known as my husband. Let me talk to him. We're like, I don't think I need one. Why? What's up? Why are you asking that?
Okay, so the reason why I ask, and I know we're getting into the weeds here, just bear with me. I've been noticing that a lot more of my friends and colleagues have NDAs. And I'm trying to figure out why. So I've been asking questions, and I mean for everything.
An NDA? Like
For
not like their work gave them an NDA, but they
no,
themselves have
they
created.
themselves, if you're going to date me, I need you to
Oh
sign.
well, in this day, I'm a married woman. In this day and age, if I was out here with the Tabby Stealer
Oh no.
and the random man in Atlanta, yeah, I'd have an NDA too. Totally understand it. Totally respect it. Totally understand it. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I as a married woman to a minister, and if anything, he would give me an NDA before.
I've been asked over the last year to entertain the idea of being on two nonprofit boards. And both of those nonprofits, I chose not to go with them for other reasons that had nothing to do with this, but both of them stated early on, hey, come out to a meeting, would like you to meet the rest of the board. Before you even do that, you have to sign this NDA. And I'm like, what's going on here?
What are y'all gonna be talking? What's gonna happen to me? Like what?
I wonder. I'm going to start asking everybody now.
If you have an NDA,
I think I'm going to ask my in-house legal scholar as well.
in-house legal scholar.
I'm not going
I
to
like
say
it.
her name on this podcast.
But shout out to her.
But shout out to her. Ask one, does she have an NDA, and if she would recommend them. If you have an NDA and you are listening to this podcast, can you please write in and tell us why you have an NDA? What prompted it?
We
Is
should
it?
get one.
I mean,
I'm wondering if I need.
I did a draft one. I looked up all the components that are required for an NDA, and then I
Well, I'll
went
sign your NDA
to chat GPT because that's my favorite app now. I don't
no.
you don't like the AI robots?
No, girl, I'm a writer for real.
You are a writer for real.
I'm a writer for real. I feel like this shit. I already got letters from my editors talking from for everybody. All the
Wait,
like,
what?
yeah, multiple editors who I write for have sent letters to all their writers saying like, hey, if we find out that you use Chat GBT to write these pieces, we will not work with you anymore
Oh my
because
God.
people were doing that shit.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mhm.
I understand in your industry,
Yeah,
how that could be problematic.
that's why I'm like sitting there. Ooh,
But for me, I'm like lazy and I'm like, hey,
nigga,
lady who lives in my app, write me an
not
NDA
lady who lives in Miami.
just to see what would come up. It was very interesting. I mean, the lady who lives in my app does everything for me.
But the lady who lives
In my That's what I because
that
Chat
took me
GPT,
down.
I named her Nora. She,
Nora's a good name.
she's my assistant. I feel like
That sounds like a good like electronics person's name.
I've
Nora.
become I've become enmeshed. But yeah, I was just wondering. I had to ask that I needed to ask and I felt like it tied into our problematic letter. So you are my celebrity friend who does not have an NDA. You keep arguing with me about it when you're
Just
accepting your
right
Emmys
shit.
and Pulitzer. Just remember that I called
All
it.
right. So I will admit it after I get a Pulitzer, but I have
Okay,
to get a Pulitzer first.
good enough.
That's the only way I will announce that. I will concede rather to that.
I'm glad we have a recording so I can go back to this and be like, see, I called it. I called it first. That's all I got. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go work on my NDA now. And
I guess I'm
Mark,
gonna go look up and see if I need one.
yeah, I think you do. Millicent, Marjorie, write it down.
Can I hear back from y'all though? Because I want to know like what the workload is like.
Yeah, I kind of want to do it too.
Because it's
Like,
one thing to like spend the money, it's a whole other thing to actually like do the product. And if you both are my in my brain, Millicent was doing the work and paying the things, but that could also be false. So
right.
I'm gonna start calling names.
Yes.
Um, I'm gonna start calling names. I'm gonna give y'all some time, but I'm gonna start calling names in these next shows if I haven't heard from you and I've requested you back.
I'm
Because
going to text them like right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah. Let them people know. Like
hey,
Whitney
get
is
back to us.
incensed.
We need to know.
Incensed.
Come
I
on the
need to
show
know.
and let us know.
Please.
All right, y'all. We hope that you have a fantastic week. And we'll see you back here next Monday on the Problematic Podcast. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.